As headhunting was deeply rooted in the traditional beliefs and custom of the Phom society. It was not merely an act of warfare, but a cultural, religious, and defensive tradition closely connected to bravery, honor, social status, and tribal identity. For generations, the warrior held an important place in society, and success in battle was often regarded as a symbol of prestige and pride for both the individual and the village community. After taking the enemy's head, the victorious warriors returned to village in triumph. At the entrance of the village, the women welcomed them with traditional dances, songs, local rice beer, meat, and cooked food, creating an atmosphere filled with pride, celebration, and honor. The entire village rejoiced in the victory, and the celebrations continued for 12 days. During this period, the warriors stayed together in their respective morums, where stories of bravery and battle were shared among the menfolk. Amid the celebrations, the warriors would sing powerful and provocative songs that echoed through the village. One such song says, "Is there any man born to a woman or heaven that has not cried at the hands of our village? Is there any man born to a woman under heaven that has not cried at the hands of our moral?" These words were sung not only to mock and insult their enemies, but also to proclaim the strength, courage, and dominance of their warriors. The song reflected cycle of vengeance did not cease, and the conflict continued to spread. In an effort to restore peace, the leaders convened a meeting at Long Lake. However, the call for reconciliation was met with strong opposition from several villages. Some declared, "Our brothers' heads lie in the enemy's village. Until their blood is avenged, there can be no peace." Others mournfully say, "Our father has not returned from the field, and his head has been carried to the enemy's moral. Until our grief is eased and our sorrow is spoken, we will not seek peace with them." And because of the deep pain and sorrow caused by the loss of their loved ones, the people's desire for revenge did not subside. As a result, early efforts toward peace and reconciliation were unsuccessful. Later in that year, with the initiative of Sri Phom and Sri Phom, a meeting was convened again at the Long Lake headquarters to promote reconciliation and peace building among the villages. The gathering was attended by several village elders and leaders, including Yongan GB, Yachang Village, Yangnye GB, Pongo Village, Angnye GB, Hukpang Village, Anyang GB, Yongpang Village, Nakam GB, Orangkong Village, Manya GB, Orangkong Village, Yangmong GB, Orangkong Village, Hamshang GB, Phumnye Village, Chinggang GB, Phumnye Village, Mumba GB, Bongching Village, Lentinoktang Ao Dobashi, Tikatoba Ao Dobashi. During this meeting, they deliberated on following points. The government had established an administrative headquarters for the people. However, due to the continuing practice of headhunting between villages, it was feared that no one would be willing to settle or live peacefully in the town. The leaders realized that government laws and punitive bans alone were insufficient to end the practice of headhunting, as it was deeply rooted in the traditional beliefs and custom of the Phom society. After much deliberation, they concluded that lasting peace could only be achieved through the influence of Christianity. Therefore, they decided to approach Mr. Phom, the first evangelist among the Phom and Konyak tribes, who was stationed at the Wakchin Mission Center under the leadership of Reverend Longrin Ao. Following the Long Lake meeting, Sri Phom, the head Dobashi, was sent to Mokokchung, where he met Sri Kevichusak, the then subdivisional officer, to seek official permission from the government to involve the church in the peace process. Impur Mission Center and met Reverend Kichungluba requesting that Mr. I. Mungkam Phom be brought back from Wangcheng Mission Center to Longley. The Impur Mission Center granted the request, and Sri Hamye thereafter returned to Longley. Later, Sri Yongdal Phom Dobashi was delegated to travel to Wangcheng Mission Center to bring back Mr. I. Mungkam Phom to Longley. With the prayers, blessings, and support of Reverend Longri Ao, Mr. Mungkam agreed to return for the mission of peace and reconciliation among the Phom villages. Accordingly, on 2nd February 1951, Mr. Mungkam was brought back to Longley to take part in the efforts toward ending inter-village hostility and promoting peace through the influence of Christianity. In the year 1952, Sri Yongdao, Sri Hamye, Sri Longyi, Sri Chunglin met Sri Ranja, the then assistant political officer posted at Longley. During the meeting, the leaders expressed their earnest desire to establish lasting peace throughout the Phom area and pledged their cooperation with the government in bringing an end to inter-village conflicts. They also sought official permission to convene a gathering of leaders from different villages at Longley on the 6th of June to bring reconciliation and strengthen the process of peace building among the people. Subsequently, on 6 June 1952, the leaders and elders of the Phom community made a historic and solemn declaration to put an end to headhunting, revenge killings, and inter-village warfare. Under the leadership of pioneers such as Sri Hamye and Sri Yokta, the people collectively resolved to abandon violence, pursue peace, and live in unity and harmony with one another. During the gathering, they adopted the following resolution. From that day onward, any village that initiated conflict or violence would be opposed collectively by the entire Phom community. As a symbolic act of ending warfare and headhunting, they dug a pit, buried their spears and dowels, and spat upon them as a sign of rejection of past violence. A monolith stone was erected as a lasting symbol of their commitment to peace, unity, and loyalty to the government. Following the pledge, Mr. Aymunkan concluded the historic gathering with a prayer seeking God's blessings, peace, and prosperity upon the land and its people. This landmark pledge marked the official end of the traditional headhunting era among the Phoms and became a turning point in their history. The day continues to be remembered and celebrated every year as Phom Day, also known as Peace Day, in all Phom inhabited areas in Nagaland. Phom Day also carries a profound message that lasting peace is possible. Former rivals who once stood against one another can now sit together, share meals, and speak openly about the past. This invites us to reflect, can the Nagas too bury the bitterness of the past so that peace and prosperity may flourish? Can we also raise a new pillar of peace, as Jesus said in Matthew chapter 5, verse 9, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God." Phom Day stands as a living testimony to this truth. It reminds us that true strength is not found in revenge, but in reconciliation, forgiveness, and unity. The courage of our forefathers to bury hatred and choose peace continues to inspire future generations to walk the path of harmony and brotherhood. Once again, we wish all the peace-loving people a very happy Phom Day.